Welcome to this week's edition of a Thinking Boy podcast. I'm your host, Cesar Perez with
DrumAddick.
Appreciate you coming by, man.
Man, it's been a long time in the making. I definitely appreciate the invite, and now I'm here.
Hell yeah, dude. I always am interested because every time my guests come in, because I got a gate,
Yeah.
everyone approaches the same way. They cruise up.
Oh yeah.
I just make sure they try to see me, man.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you coming by.
Man, it's nothing, man. Say the word. I definitely support people that's, like I said, doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about action. Too many of us have some type of talent, and we sit on it. I've been there, done that. Let's do, and we'll figure out the kinks and work out the kinks later. Let's get it going.
Man, you saying that resonates a lot with me, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I was, and I wanted to ask you. I was gonna ask you about this later on, but
Yeah.
how was it? I know you're a producer. How was it during COVID and during the pandemic? How was that towards you? How did you deal with that as a musician and an artist?
Well, to be honest, the group that I co-founded called Bounce Gang is a team of about 40 producers, artists, engineers, singers, songwriters. We still do music together. Business-wise, we kind of went our separate ways. But the reason why I mention them is because we were actually thriving during the pandemic because we provided people with a show. It was called The Pull Up. And it's for aspiring producers, aspiring artists, whatever. They came on, we got everything hooked up, some of the best sound quality because we did our research. So it sounded like you were actually in the room and not like, you know how it be if you play your music on Instagram, it sounds it sounded like it comes through the computer basically, make a long story short. So we were thriving because we were one of those mediums that gave people happy feelings, happy thoughts. We did a lot of those type of things. So being around like-minded people helped. But just personally, I lost a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
So it was our family, close friends, about 11 or more.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, it was tough, but it was a great learning experience, health-wise and just business and music-wise, because the world doesn't stop. Yes. So it was tough, but because I was around so many others, and they not all here. They spread out all over the states, and some are even out the country. So it was good, it kept my mind off of it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I always like to ask my guests, just because it's still kind of fresh, a couple years ago, how everyone was dealing with it, and people have different stories. Like I said, me, you mentioned losing people. I lost my aunt during the thing. It was tough. Just not being able to give her a good send off was the toughest part, you feel me?
And I definitely would like to expand on that because that's one of the situations. I'm not going to even say where I was working at, but I was working at this warehouse and we were essential workers and, we were supposed to get paid extra, but of course we didn't. Anyway.
Hey, I'm at a warehouse right now.
Yeah. My grandfather passed away. And on that same morning, my cousin that's like, what's up, Beezy? My cousin, he's like a brother, you know what I'm saying? We grew up together. He's back out in Lansing, Michigan. But he had a very unfortunate situation. His ex-wife passed away. I'm not going to even get into how, why, whatever. But so my grandfather passed. His funeral, the morning of, he lost his wife, his ex-wife. And I couldn't go up there. They would not let me leave, and then the other stuff was going on anyway, so it would have been hard for me to leave anyway. I couldn't go anywhere, you know what I'm saying?
That's that feeling of entrapment, bro. That stuck feeling was awful.
I literally, and you know how they say men aren't supposed to cry, you don't cry in front of your I was gone. I broke down. He was like, man, just go outside, take as much time as you need, come back in and work. I'm like, come back in and work?
Damn, dude.
Come back in and work. Do you not understand what just happened? I've been trying to get some flights and y'all don't want to let me leave to go see my grandfather off. And then my cousin that's like my brother, he just lost his wife the morning of the funeral and you talking about work?
That's crazy, bro.
So
it always throws me off how there's like a personal leave, like, but you get personal leave, but it's a time limit. You feel a time to grieve is just like putting a limit on grieving is just it's a crazy concept to me, man.
Yeah, so that's why when you ask, it's like a double, triple part answer. Like, yeah, it was good times, but it was definitely some mental hurdles I had to jump and get through. And I'm on the outside now. I'm doing all right, but a lot of that stuff still hurt. It's
I feel you, bro. If I could tell you a little story. I mentioned earlier I was working at a warehouse.
Right.
And this one I was on night shift, bro. Terrible. Fucking
overnight.
Bro, 6 p.m. to like 2:30 or like
I'm
6 a.m. with the 12-hour days.
I'm with you. 4 to 4.
Bro, it was crazy. It was crazy. But we had this old school dude named Lance. This dude from New York who, I don't know how he ended up here, but his wife was sick and she ended up passing away. And I was walking, I just was in my car. I was talking to my ex at the time on the phone. I was like, clock in, this and that. And I seen him talking to another coworker we had named Ken. Okay. He's an older dude too. Right. And they were talking for a minute. I'm like, man, they better be late. So I just walked by and I asked Ken, like, what happened with Les? He's like, oh man, his wife just died. And he's like, that he pulled over and he's just like, well, what's up? He's like, yeah, my wife died. He's like, he was about to clock in and Ken just stopped him and said, go ahead, like, why are you here?
Yeah,
he said, why are you here? He's like, you need to go home. And out of his own pocket, just gave him a 100, 150 and send him on his way.
Those people like that are godsends because, as you know, like I just said my story, it's a lot of, buttholes, assholes, whatever you want to call them. And they always put numbers in front of emotions, and that sucks. That's how, I'm not saying I agree, but that's how people go postal.
Yeah.
That's when that type of stuff happens. There are better ways to deal with it, but at that moment, what can you? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Crime of passion. It happens. Unfortunate, but it happens. So that's why I try to be the way that I am. I'm compassionate to people. I understand. I only have one rule: don't invade my personal space and leave my family out of whatever. Other than that, man, you can curse me out. You can do all that stuff. I don't care about that, man. But people are people. We all are hurting out here. So just be kind. Be kind. Rewind.
For sure. I haven't seen that movie, bro, with Jack Black. I haven't seen that movie. Most Def. I've not seen that movie yet.
I think I did. I don't remember. I remember Be Kind Rewind from a Blockbuster. I'm telling my age right now.
Yeah. Hey, I grew up on Blockbuster. Yeah. There was a place around here called Movie Magic.
Okay.
Which is it's still around, but now it's like a cell phone, like it's shit like that. And they have like a little bin and stuff. But it's crazy.
Oh yeah, them bins be Walmart used to have them.
Oh my god.
$5, $3 joint.
I would always find like Minister Society, Friday, like they would all be in the same like.
I got all the Fridays. I have all of the Martins. I have.
Oh man, that's where I'm disconnected a little bit. I didn't really watch Martin like that.
We gonna act like he didn't say that. It's okay. Nah. But yeah, they out there. It's hard. Like some of the stuff is hard for me to watch because I had a fiance and I don't really like watching stuff that I used to watch with her and those moments. Yeah. But then sometimes I just watch and it's funny, but they're more of a keepsake for me anyway.
Gotcha.
Collector's item.
You mentioned earlier dealing with things. I wanted to ask you, you seem pretty like a chill, calm guy.
Very much so.
How do you sort of get your mental health in terms of like treating it? Do you go off somewhere? I'm a big fan of the beach myself. All
right. So for the longest I was, and I still kind of feel like this thought is true. I used to feel like, the mental health and depression, that ain't real. You got to be able to deal with it yourself. And I still kind of feel like that. But as someone that, like, over the last couple of years, I had my situations and my moments to where I was like, that imposter syndrome was taking over. Like, people don't really like my music. They just telling me stuff. Or people don't like my beats. They don't really, and it was heavy.
That doubt.
Man, and it got me to like balling up, so I went through it, and I still understand that you have to be strong enough to get through that, to break through that. But some people aren't. So therapists, And I don't think we need therapists. I think you need therapy. It can be your mom, your dad, your brother. It can be you in the mirror. But if it's a situation to where you need to go to an actual therapist, then go. I'm not against it. I'm just saying that it lies within you is what I'm trying to say. So just to answer your question, I was able to talk to my spouse.
Okay.
I just was like honest, and like, baby, something not right. I'm having a hard time, this, that, and the other, and I've been blessed with the spouse that can listen when I need her to listen. Now, during the day, she'll give me a call. Hey, I'm just checking on you. How you doing? So I don't necessarily go off somewhere. I just open up and just talk. Men, talking is okay. It is okay to not be okay. Mm-hmm. But it is a problem with putting everything on your shoulder and not at least talking. I have 2 daughters under 2. My spouse, and then my mom. We all stay together, and I'm glad they finally listen to me. But anyway, so I do put everything on my back, but I also talk. I stop if I'm frustrated with them, because think about that. That's 4 females, So yes, I'm very frustrated at times, but I try to get it out. So my advice to that question is talk.
Got you, man. That's the dream. That sounds like the dream, man. I'm single right now, so I would love to have a girl just hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Hold you down.
Yeah, we've been through a lot. We've been together damn near 9 years, I think.
Damn, congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate you. We weren't like official in the beginning, but we went through our just courting stages and all of that. And the thing is, neither one of us was looking for it. We worked together at Mercedes. Off of 59 Greenway Plaza, whatever, Greenway area, and it just happened. But I've had my bad moments. She's had her bad moments. But one thing about it is she's very intelligent. I feel like I'm intelligent, and we get it. We get on each other's nerves, but we're able to talk. So that's the only way any relationship is going to work with is communication.
And that's also that you could have that intuition to kind of tell yourself, like, I don't feel right now, you know what I'm saying? And kind of like take yourself out of the craziness that is life. Because sometimes I know a lot of people, they just trying to make it through the day, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it to like when I'm in bed or make it to when I get home, and they kind of shut down and shut off everything else. But
that's why I say I still feel like it has to start with you, because if I didn't have that wherewithal to be like, something not right, it would have consumed me. But this is why I got to that point also, though. My father passed away in 2010 from multiple myeloma cancer, right? I wasn't happy, but I was happy he stopped dealing with that pain. But those first 5 years was reflecting, was being honest with myself, talking to myself in the mirror, talking out loud to myself. People say that's crazy. Okay.
I've been doing that my whole life.
That's cool. I'll be crazy. But that helped me to get through it. And from 2010 on, I've been living for me. If you are not about what I'm about, then we don't have to coexist, and I won't be mad at you. So once again, my advice is talk, but it's definitely going to start with you. Like you said, knowing you got to take it. There's something wrong with me. Talk about it. Get it out.
Write about it.
I was going to say, turn to your music. Turn to your poems. Use social media the right way. Don't look up more mentally disturbing things.
Don't
fix your algorithm.
The sad hours and shit like that.
Fixing your algorithm is another thing. And it starts with not clicking on certain things, not liking, not commenting, not sharing. If you want a certain type of thing to get pushed to you, that's what needs to happen. Stop clicking on the BS.
I was gonna, if you could like piggyback on that, because doing what we do, doing what I do at least, I have like a love-hate relationship with social media.
For sure.
I love it because it helps me get this platform and I'm able to like do the things I actually like always wanted to do.
Right.
At the same time, like you mentioned, the bullshit that be out there is just killing me sometimes, bro.
So my algorithm on all my quick. I have a clothing line.
Okay.
I do music. That's rather production. I still rap.
Very versatile. We don't need to get into it, but yeah. Like a lot of hats you wear.
Yeah, I do a lot. That's why they call me the missing piece or TMP. But I do clothes. I do vending. I help with branding. I help with SEO. So this is how I'm able to understand a lot of things, right? So in terms of the algorithm, the thing that I was just talking about, it's easy to get consumed, especially if you're not paying attention to what you're watching and you're clicking. Soon as you give your time to a video or whatever, that algorithm is going to say, oh, well, they spent this long on this. We're going to send them more of it. That's why when people say TikTok in China is it? Okay, I get it. They might be pushing a certain thing, but it's on you to either click it or not click it. Scroll past it. The more you do that, the less of that you'll get. My algorithm consists of music, sports, 5 trillion tutorials. That's through video editing. That's through lighting. That's through how to produce a certain way. That's through branding, marketing. I don't have a lot of I'm a man, right? I like how women look.
Right.
You got fitness models. You got all of these girls twerking. Every now and then, yeah. But I had to stop doing that, because the algorithm just pushes it. Oh my God. I looked up one day, was like, no. Plus I have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
So I try not to indulge or promote, I guess, misogyny. I don't know if that would be the word, but I try not to be around that. Not saying I'm better than anybody, because I have my moments walking down the street.
Right,
Beautiful women everywhere, all shapes, colors, size, whatever. So to answer that, is just stop clicking on stuff.
Gotcha.
But use it as your marketing tool. When you look at it and you change your mentality, then things change, because that's all I look at it for. That's why a lot of this is a gym. A lot of faceless channels are doing good.
With like the AI over?
Just whatever. Just memes. Putting AI voice behind it. That's why faceless channels do good, because they're pushing.
It's just the content. It's just that.
It's the emotion. They're pushing, and that's a marketing gem. When you market, you don't market. Mercedes doesn't market vehicles or their vehicles. They market the comfort,
the lifestyle,
the luxury, the
status almost. You know what I'm saying?
And status, Rolls Royce status. They not all of them. And to segue into some things. Knowing your brand's archetype. I'm not sure if people know what archetype is. Knowing your brand's archetype allows you to be able to communicate with your customers a lot better also. Like me, my archetype, my brands, Boy Out Apparel, Beat of Your Own Drum, DrumAddick. I mean, all of those coincide with each other. It's basically, Boy Out Apparel is, my tagline is be you, defy expectations. Boy, beat of your own drum. Do what you do. You know what I'm saying? All of that, it just coincides. I'm a creator, archetype wise, and we have certain things that we do. We have certain type of language. We have certain type of fonts, color psychology, all of that. So, I mean, y'all make sure y'all have y'all pens and y'all pads, because I'm gonna be talking a lot of marketing, a lot of branding.
You know what brand has like a crazy, like a chokehold on people? Apple.
Yeah, because what are they marketing? What are they pushing? They're not pushing necessarily, oh look, it's this phone.
The 13, the 15.
They talk about them, but they more about like the life. You have this iPhone, you're going to be cool. Think about the cigarettes way back in the day. Ooh, you smoke, you cool. You're cool.
The show Mad Men? You watch the Mad Men, bro?
It's like not the comic.
It's like about advertising in like the 50s and 60s. Yeah, it's a show called Mad Men, bro.
Check it out.
Highly recommend it.
Okay, I'm going to have to check it out.
They kind of break down too, like, because they sponsor like Lucky Strike, all them old.
Oh, yeah. And
it's like, this isn't just a cigarette. This is a...
Exactly.
This is a movie that they're watching, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so look at it this way. When you go through the grocery store, what's at the bottom of the rows? Well, the colorful kitty playful stuff. Why is that? Because kids
at that height, that's crazy.
The healthy stuff, the adult stuff is way up there. We want the kids to pay attention and it's colorful and it's marketing. You're being subliminally marketed to.
You're being sold, bro.
Every second. When you go, here go another one.
It's very true.
Here go another one. What color are the logos of restaurants? The majority of them.
Bright, bro. Like
red.
Yellow, red, yeah.
With the sprinkle of yellow. Red. Why? Because it's like stop. It's urgent. Stop sign is stop. It triggers stopping. It triggers. Oh, I'm hungry. The yellow and the
red. Jack in the Box red.
You can keep going.
That's crazy. Burger King, even in the middle of Burger King was red.
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
All of them have predominantly red. They have yellow. I mean, some of them don't. But that's why. See, I've studied color psychology for some years. I've studied marketing.
Subway's kind of like that with green, low key.
It's earth.
Like it's healthier. It's you know what I'm saying?
Things you never think about. Yellow, using the right yellows promotes hunger, cheapness sometimes. So you got to be careful with it. But that's why my brand is blue. And when you think about blue, you think about banks. You can trust me.
There's a trustworthy aspect of it. It's a comfort color, really. I mean, I always like blue.
That's why.
Like this cover right here.
For sure. It's there. So
there's
mine is
familiarity to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mine is blue and yellow. So that's why. So
you should watch Mad Men, bro.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's a good show.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
There's obviously it goes on to like other stuff, like homeboy used to be in the army and shit like that. But like the core of it is just like an office.
Man.
Them being in the office and trying to come up with like deadlines and it's like trying to like break it down in the 50s. And they go through like historical events where like Kennedy got shot. It's like a big deal in this show. Certain things like that. But it's really interesting, bro. I think you'll like it a lot.
I'm never too good for knowledge. You're never too old to learn. Ever. That's one thing I'll never stop doing is learning. As soon as I do, that's when time will pass. Everything will pass you up. You know, I don't think I know everything. I do speak on what I do know, but I also know that somebody else probably gonna know a little bit more or some things that I don't know. So I appreciate it. I'll watch it. Anything that's gonna help.
For sure, bro.
For sure.
How old are you? I wanted to ask. I don't even know how. I'm 26.
I turned a W.
Okay.
I'm 42. Well, damn near W. I turned 42 in September. You know, a lot of people see me like, oh, you ain't no 40. Yeah, I'm 42.
Nah, bro, I was gonna say like 30.
No.
You like 35 maybe?
No, I'm 42. 80s.
You double, like you said, you
damn near.
You got double the experience.
Well, now I'm not. What? That's 52 if it's double. So.
Oh shit! Well, you know what I'm saying.
But that's why I say pretty much. But yeah. I'm just blessed. You know, definitely been through a lot. You won't know. You won't tell. You can't tell unless I say something. Survived crazy accident. I did. That's why on my page I have the Way Back Wednesdays that I do every Wednesday, and I tell just little crazy things, funny things, because I'm like I'm going to tell my story. You know,
putting it out there.
A quick rap or music thing. Have you ever listened to Paul Wall?
Yes.
Back in the day, Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
Volume 1. I'm on it.
Really?
But I was going by my initials. I was going by HP.
Okay.
It's I think it's number 5 or number 6. It's me, Diction, and Foul Mouth.
Okay. Dude, everyone, especially growing up, like where I grew up around here on the north
Okay,
side.
yeah.
And my cousin was like, I just saw Paul Wall here. I'm just like, no, you didn't. There's no way. And he was really out here, bro. We ran into him a couple times.
Paul is exactly what you see.
Yeah, him and Mike Jones, bro. I remember one time when I found this little trick, the Star 67. Mike Jones, and I got his voicemail.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit.
I know at that time you were like, oh my God.
Dude, I fucking, bro, I rubbed it in my cousin's face. I was like, you're not gonna believe this, but
pretty much all the cats that you see, the way that they act, Killer Corleone, Slim, Cam, Kiki, all of them are exactly who they are.
That's awesome, man.
None of them cats are like Too Good, Bun, none of them. They're not Hollywood.
I haven't been to the burger place, bro.
True. I was just talking with my boy, Tsunami, DJ Tsunami Puppy. We were just chopping it up. Like, we don't go when everybody goes to anything. We let it die down and then we go. I think he's gonna be there. He's the Young Ro that signed with Meek Mill. He's his official DJ. He does music too, but so I think he finna. I'm spilling some beans, but I think he finna try to go holler at them and do a little something for his music though.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I haven't went yet, but probably when he go, I go.
Stuff, bro. They have like a vegan burger that's really good.
Yeah, I just wanted it to die down. My guy brother used to be Bun's like DJ way back in the day. Well, we might as well say brothers. My brother, he went when they first opened, and I was just telling him, shit, tell Bun I said what up. So
yeah, the
support.
Been crazy. Every time I drive by there, I'm like, damn.
Boy, Shepherd be off the chain.
God, bro. I'll be like, golly, that's crazy.
I'm gonna go. I support everything in Houston. I've been throwing up the H's. I got videos of me and my boy Diction up there. We opened up for Fabulous. I did the South Side on the stage. All type of. I've been repping for Houston. I'm from Hiram Clark originally, so it's H-Town till I die.
How have you been? How's it like seeing the change?
The culture.
The city? Yeah. Everything's kind of like switching up, kind of. I mean, there's a little gentrification going on. To be honest with you, but
a lot.
Yeah.
So, I graduated high school in '99. The city was on fire from about 92, 93 up to like 2000, 2001. That's on the night scene. That's on the strip. Richmond Strip was crazy. When the Rockets won back to back, we were on Richmond Strip. I had the hats, the shirts, I had all of that, and I still do. Newspaper, like the city was on fire musically. When it made the transition into Swisher House, really, like the city was on fire. Now it's kind of dead to me, but I'm also 42, so I don't really know. I've gone to a couple places, but culturally speaking, it's not the same. It like you say, it's a lot of gentrification. It's just a lot of new people coming. It's so different, and I stay in my circle, with my people. So at the end of the day, Houston gonna be Houston. It's a lot has changed for the better, and some things definitely have gotten worse.
I feel you on the Metro Road, putting that there, bro.
It's a 50-50.
It's 50-50. Yeah. It's very helpful, for transportation, but, bro, the homeless people have every time I go somewhere, bro, you see where I'm at, it's right. Yeah, you right there. Yeah, you right there. So every time I go, dude, I almost beef with somebody. I don't think I told this on camera. Dude, I was
exclusives.
I was parked. Me and my brother were gonna go grocery shopping.
Right.
We didn't get that much shit anyway. We just get a couple of things for the week.
Right.
We're just sitting there at the light, right by the metro station.
Yeah.
We just got off. Out of nowhere, this dude just looks at me, he stops, and I could feel someone looking at me, so I look up from my phone. He looks at me, he's like, yeah, we in the trenches now. And I was like, huh? I told my brother, huh? And he's like, we in the fucking trenches now. And then he was walking, he's like, yeah, motherfucker, I'm talking to you. I'm like, whoa. So I stopped. I'm a little troll, so I was driving by. I was like, let me slow the fuck down. So I slowed down, and I flipped them off and shit. So why are you walking away? I'm like, I'm not. Pull in real quick. And me and my brother's as tall as me, a little smaller. We get out. I'm like, what's up? And he's just like, hey man, I'm 42 and up. Only 42 and up. He's like, I don't be for 40 people 42 and up. I'm like, why you just diss me like that, bro? I was like, what happened? And
man,
dude, he would not let it go. At first he walked away, so I'm like, cool, we did grocery shopping. But then he's outside my car. Yeah. When I'm done grocery shopping, he's there.
Man, that was the highlight of his week, probably. You probably made him have a good.
I think he had to be on either drugs or mentally unstable, honestly. One of the two, because it just came out of nowhere, bro.
You made his week without even knowing.
I saw him get the camera. I was like, bro, I didn't even touch you, dude. What are you gonna do?
Somebody noticed me. That's just like social media too. That's how people be wanting some attention. That's why they leave crazy, unrealistic comments and replies. A lot of them people don't even really mean what they say.
They just fucking.
They just want attention, some likes.
You know where I noticed that shit too? I'm working at the warehouse right now. I noticed that like a lot of the older people there.
Oh yeah.
The drama, bro.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it was that messy. I had no idea, bro. But like the certain shit I hear, I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, we're talking about people in their 50s and going to 60s.
I had a situation like that in Sealy, working out there in Sealy at the Toyota Distribution Center. These
sounds crazy, bro. Sealy.
Off of is that I-10? Yeah. Years and years and years ago, it was some twins, some females, some older lady, about probably in their 50s. They're from Sealy, so they from that area, and it's crazy because I'm in there just
doing the thing,
I'm just job. Yeah, I wouldn't. So they tell somebody, oh, he run this place. I'm like, why? Because I'm not breaking my neck to make the bosses happy. It stopped.
Yeah, I was gonna say it stopped.
That's cool.
I was waiting on the perfect part too. Yeah. Pause, my bad. No. Yeah, the only bad thing is, bro, this shit has like a 30-minute limiter on it. But
it's cool. Yeah.
I was waiting on the part to jump in. I didn't cut you over.
No, you're good. Yeah. That's how the mirrorless we have is. Just let me know what
you were saying? You keep going.
Yeah. So they told somebody I acted like I ran the place. No, I'm coming here minding my business. I don't jump when the managers and boss come around because they're people. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't hide and duck. I never did that. That's also why I don't have a 9 to 5 because I don't like people on my back.
Right. Yeah, that's what
you know.
I didn't realize how dramatic it is. During the pandemic, I realized this shit a lot.
Oh, it's worse.
Like, dude, these guys are
worse.
Because that's it.
They're holding on to they're in a good position, they feel like. And they don't want nobody to mess it up. And not to be too deep about it, but that's a slave mentality. I don't mean because they're black or brown or whatever. I'm just saying the mentality.
The mentality of it.
Yeah, your bosses and your management and your managers really don't value you, and they're shitting on you. I know people might crucify me for saying slave mentality, but that's what it is.
I agree.
No matter how bad they do you, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Instead of standing up for yourself, I don't mean you got to be violent, but stand up for yourself. They don't give two damns about you. So that's why I say, not to get too deep, but I liken that behavior to that.
No, I agree with you, man. Like I said, certain shit they do. I'll give you an example. So like me and my homeboy during the pandemic, we used to come in a little earlier, and we would deliver the displays to the dock.
Gotcha.
All that shit. So we would deliver them. We come in early.
Mm-hmm.
We drove here and there, but really we were just always in the trailers, just sitting in the boxes in the trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, it was this specific group of people, these older cats, that would do the display shit. Out of nowhere, they asked me, hey, do you want to come in early? You know what I'm saying? You leave early. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll come in at 5. Ain't no problem with me. I asked my boy Mo, shout out to Mo.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll come in at 5, no problem. I said, all right, next week we're going to start rotation.
Yeah.
Tell me why the first week we do the rotation, both those older people were like, you know what? We're done driving. Not driving at all. We're done. We're completely done with it. They're like, oh. So me and Mo were like grinding for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
There's a posting. They transfer to receiving.
All
you doing receiving is drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I stop and I tell the manager, who was my boy Corey at the time. Yeah. He's gone now, but I was just like, yo.
But they just.
But they
just. It's a game.
I was like, oh, so what department are they joining? And he's like, receiving. I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna be doing over there.
Yeah.
And he knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knows, but it's just like that kind of shit. I was like, I don't even think about it that much, bro. I just clock in, do my thing, and I clock out.
Yeah, it's always someone trying to get the leg up on you, and you go into it just regular. But people always have that.
But it's what you said though. It's like
I know
that's the peak. That's the highlight of the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the accomplishment almost.
Yep. Yeah, it's just trolling.
It's real life trolling, bro.
Oh my God! Extreme level trolling, man. That's
OG trolling right
there.
Because I'm saying these motherfuckers.
They of
like
age.
50 years old. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I've had old Walmart workers that say, I don't need this job. They got all this money, got all this, got all that, got all that. And something happened, and he was like, oh yeah, I knew you was a clown, and and then I came to him like a week or two later when he was by himself. I was like, I don't know what the situation was about. I don't know why you were upset, but you're older than all of us. You're supposed to be leading us. You're supposed to be telling us right. And in front of everybody, he was like, I want to apologize to everybody because this man came to me one-on-one. He's a better man than me, and I apologize. So some people are listening. You just got to, get them away from the audience. That's just how I confront people. I want to talk to you one-on-one. Text and all that. No, I'm going to pull up on you. Like Birdman. I'm going to pull up on you.
That's how I am, bro.
Pull up on you and talk to you. And I ain't coming with no rah-rah. If it happens to go that way, then I'm prepared for that.
Where do you think that comes from? Is it with the way we grew up or what? Because I get that same thing too, where like I'll have a feeling where like I feel like this person at work doesn't like me.
Yeah.
So during break,
you pull them to the side, man.
Hey, like,
what's going on?
Do we have a problem?
That's just, I don't want to say being a real man, because you can be a man in a lot of ways. Being a non-confrontational man, a thinking man, not just a man, a person, a thinking person. I mastermind everything. So I'm already ready if it goes to the next level. I used to box too, so
bro,
I'm ready.
Right with you,
I'm ready, but
maybe that's what it is, bro. We already know,
discipline.
Like, in case the shit pops off.
I'm ready. I'm and I'm not saying I'm gonna beat up everybody, but it's you. Hey, I know what I'm doing, but that's why discipline.
That's where it comes from, I think, bro. I was in boxing as well, and I would wrestle during. I was in karate, then wrestling, and then
those
boxing
two
during the summer. So
wrestling, especially, I have nothing but respect for wrestlers.
Dude, that's so hard.
Whew.
That shit is so hard.
I got taught a lesson when I was very, very young, and I think this guy he committed suicide later.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was this big diesel when we was real young, and they were playing at this, we have a basketball court, and they was playing like in the grass and stuff. I was like, man, that's easy to get out that headlock because I can wiggle out of stuff. He's like, okay, well, come on. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. He put me in the headlock. I was like, oh, shit. I said, from now on, I'm going to shut up.
Bro, the wrestling thing is tough.
Because he was a wrestler, and I was like, yeah, Victor, I'm not messing with you.
I still think that's, in terms of like physicals, now I do jiu-jitsu. So like,
all that, man.
I'll be doing that during the week. But I still think wrestling is like...
It's so much.
Yeah, it's such a physical... I used to burn so much calories in a match.
I did gymnastics, and my brother don't like me to talk about that, but I don't care. I did gymnastics when it wasn't cool to do those type of things.
I recommend any parent put their kids in gymnastics, because if they ever do decide to go into sports, you're helps. Athletic, you're ready to go.
And I had hops. If you're talking about some sports, I just segue into some sports. I've dunked on tons of people. I've crossed over. I blocked. I hit jumpers in their face of NBA players. I'm not going to drop names. They know who they are. I have footage of some. And I went to Lee, and I played against, I'd say who I played against. I played against John Lucas with the second, I think. So I graduated in 99. I played against Emeka Okafor. Played against Rudy Tomjanovich's son, Matt White that went to Elsick. He was with Carlos Hurd, Rashard Lewis, my boy Courtney Coleman, Smooth What Up. I played against all them cats, and I held my own. Matt White, I don't know if you know sports, but Anthony Mason, big but can handle the ball. Used to play for the Hornets back in the day. Grandmama, like Larry Johnson, all them. He reminds me of Anthony Mason. He's left-handed, big, but can handle the ball, can shoot, man. He gave me some props when we was hooping against each other. It's like, you one of the ones that I actually had to like really work for, and he's big. I had to dig down to even contest. So
bro,
sports, it helped.
That shit's crazy. I've been able to like touch the rim and shit like that, but goddamn.
I'm gonna start posting some footage. Like, I've posterized tons of people. And back in the day, it wasn't really about no camera and recording. Because if it was, I would be a freaking phenomenon. Like, when I say dunked on, I mean, I see him coming. Oh, you coming? We meet up, and I just, I used to, when I went to Texas Southern 01, this is how I met Paul Wall. We was going over to U of H. My boy Diction was going. My boy Foundmouth was over there. So that's how I met Paul. But I used to hoop over there with him. And anytime I come in the gym, you can hear people like, hey, that's him right there.
Know,
like, don't jump, don't. He gonna. And I'm like, I used to be 5'4" my freshman year, 120. My sophomore year, 5'5", maybe 130. So to go from that, I grew 6 inches in that summer to my junior year. To go from just being called little boy, I used to be called. My coach used to call me little boy. So to go from that to the dunking and everything, man, that was some.
That's crazy. He's superpower, bro. You literally like leveled up.
I prayed, man. I begged. I didn't have no. My voice was high pitched. I didn't have no facial hair. I'm a grade ahead of myself anyway, but. Ooh, those were the time, boy. Head huge, my feet was super big. Like, shit, I was.
That should be happening, bro. With them, so you think it's just resting? You grow up like just the summers, you just rest more maybe, and you end up growing.
I ain't never rest. I woke up and was at the basketball court from like 8 to 8.
Damn.
Like I used to.
The whole day.
Yeah, like ride our bikes, like. Tune into my Way Back Wednesday. I'm talking about some stories about that type of stuff, wanting the hoop so bad. But I don't know, praying. And seeing that Magic Johnson had that happen to him. And I'm like, well, Lord, please. I'm smaller than everybody. But I always gave respect. I've that's probably why I know how to do a lot of stuff too, because I don't want to get left out.
Okay.
So that's what I looked at it as. Like I'm able to fit in any circle. That's the missing piece, because I complete any puzzle. So it was tough, but I had that chip on my shoulder, and I didn't have a big man complex. I didn't like get into fights because of stuff like that. I'm cool, so they didn't really want to fight me. I did get into some fights, and after that, they left me alone because they're like, oh, okay, little man got some hands. So I never really had to fight. I just was like, you doing that? I can do that. You doing that? I can do that. And I just fit in.
It's funny, my brother, like I said, my brother's in the next room. He lives with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, bro, they're always trying to check this man. He's my little brother. He's like 20 years old. He's like, like I said, he's like a little smaller than me.
Right, that's what it is.
But I don't know what the fuck, bro.
That's all it is.
I mean, he's talking about he's telling me stories about him going to like around the park over here, just walking. Get a Gatorade in his hand, they just try to check him.
That's what it is.
He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Because we look like a easy lick, or it's.
But he's right there behind me, wrestling and boxing. You know what I'm saying? He's right there with me.
That's cool. That's God sending him some tests. Like
I tested at work last time. That shit was crazy, but
it happens, man.
It happens, man.
I've had people just say dumb stuff. I've had cops call me N-word. I've had cops pull guns on me. All type of.
Before the body cams and shit.
All that, yeah. All that dumb shit. And it's because misery loves company, and they're miserable. I'm happy. You're not gonna know what's going on in my life, because I know I have faith, and I know it'll be over with.
Everything will be working out.
If I wake up, I won.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That's it. That's how I look at it. I wake up, I am winning. Everything else is.
I look at it a lot that nowadays, because I didn't think that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that
people.
I'm like 26. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was gonna make it this far.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy to think. Oh man, this is a crazy thought. If you don't mind me asking, I want to ask you this: how old was your father when he had passed?
Shh. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not great with birthdays. Sometimes I had to really dig for my mom's birthday. Like, I know the dates, but sometimes it just slipped my mind. Like, oh shit, we got 2 weeks or whatever. March. He was probably close to 70. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Around there.
I wanted to ask because there's a pretty good possibility that you're gonna live to be older than him.
So when he got diagnosed with multiple myeloma cancer, my mom, my brother, everybody was just distraught. Drinking, smoking. I'm like, I don't want to do none of that. I'm good. I'm not saying I just was in denial. I was like, not worried about it. They gave him 7 months. One gave him 11 months. Stayed for 7 years. So that's when I was like, it's not up to them. It's not. It's up to God, the higher power, the universe, whatever you believe in, that's and it all starts with you. The God is within you. So that's how I look at things, and that's why I smile. And you saying that, I have nothing but the utmost belief that's true. I'll be up there in my 80s, 90s.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I have
it's a crazy thought. Have you ever seen the movie No Country for Old Men?
Man,
that's a classic movie, bro.
So say?
That's fucking classic.
Man, what?
But the line at the end when he's talking about like I had a dream.
Yeah.
I was with my dad.
So say was a bad man.
And he's like, man, like. He's like, I'm like 20 years older than him, like by now. So like, he's like, in a sense, he's a younger man. It's like, damn, when you think about it, it's like, you are probably gonna be like.
I'm my father, so I have the strength. I have the knowledge. He was heavy on the research. He could have been a college professor, but think about that. When he was growing up, what was going on? They did sit-ins and all type of stuff. He could have been in the NFL, but. He was doing some sit-ins and stuff when recruits came, and they was looking at him different from that point. But that lets me know he had integrity. I mean, he was in my life all the way through, so I know he had integrity. But looking at like some of the past things he did lets me really know like a lot of the times it ain't even about us; it's a bigger picture. So I know I'm gonna be here because my daughters need me. And it ain't even about me. I've done much more than the average 40, 30, 50-year-old, whatever, have done. So I'm here for a reason, and it's to make sure that my daughters grow up the right way. No polls.
And I was just saying, well, continuing that, not exactly that, but like, we're talking about like going out playing as a kid, and I feel like my generation, I was still going out every day playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? How do you, as a father, how do you think that's going to be? Do you got some iPad kids going on, or what do you think?
Hell no. My grandnephew come over, nope, you're not jumping on that now. Because their parents, me and my spouse, are very cerebral and intellectual. They're going to need those type of things, but I'm going to teach them how to use it the correct way. And I have so many businesses set up, I'm leaving it for them. So when we talk about generational wealth, you got to really be about it. So researching, yeah, but no, it won't parent them. So they'll have them, but no, there's a limit.
Do you ever get worried that God, man, I don't see that many kids playing nowadays. Honestly, when I drive around like my old neighborhood and stuff like that, I just never see.
Yep. My family is huge. Most of my family still in Michigan. Right? Shit. Detroit.
Yeah, that's crazy. You and Marcel,
yeah,
bro.
I know. He up there now, and he went to I don't remember how I said La Petite Déjeuner.
Shout out Marcel.
Yes, he went to my cousin's restaurant. So he met a couple of my cousins, and I linked him with some other cousins. But on both sides of my family, my father's side and my mom's side, I don't know how many, but it's about 30 or 40 like cousins on both sides, like great grands. Like both my grandmother on my father's side had, I think, 9 kids, and then my mom's mom had about 7 or 8, and then from there it's just 20, 30, 40. There's so many of them, and then my spouse's family is pretty big. So I say that to say they'll have kids to be around, even if it's just family. So they'll have kids, but yes, I am worried about that aspect because it doesn't happen anymore. We got a backyard. We gonna push them outside though.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. A trampoline.
We got a trampoline back there too. Go jump, go hurt yourself.
Dude,
go do that.
Trampoline was my best friend growing up.
Love trampolines.
Trampoline was a shit. We used to like do all the moves on WWE straight up. One time my boy Monte, he was just laying down, and I was like, I was the youngest one growing up. So I climbed on the roof.
Oh no!
He perfect, just laying down there. He like took a nap or some shit, and I was like,
I got him.
I got his ass. I yelled and I hit a swanton bomb on him.
Oh,
that's the
wow.
only time I hit it as a kid, bro.
Wow.
Most of the time I'm spending my time fucking trying to like get back because I'm the youngest. I'm always trying to like play catch up and shit.
Oh my god.
I hit him, bro. We went flying up. I said, golly.
I only thing I've done that's anywhere close to that is I did a backwards flip off the roof when we stayed in Ham Clark off the roof. I didn't hurt nothing or anything. Damn. But as far as some suplexes and stuff, I used to get my brother and his family, his friends used to throw me all over the room because he's 8.5 years older than me. Okay. Yeah, shout out to my brother, man. He's about to have a boy in December.
Hey, shout out, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, because we just had our second girl on October 20th. They're having theirs at any time, really. So, but in December for sure. One of our god brothers is about to have his in about December. His daughter had another one. His brother's daughter just had another one. See, that's what I'm saying. We're like, they're gonna be, they're good.
Bro, when it comes to graduation, parties, you know what I'm saying? Always gonna be, it's gonna keep going.
And we grew up around our god brothers. Like they're older, so they more so grew up with my brother. But coming up, I remember everything about them. We used to do fish fries. Mm-hmm. Barbecues, card games, all type of shit. So that's how I grew up. Going to Tom Bass Park, Adair Park, just
dominoes and shit, bro.
Everything.
Dude, shout out to Josh. Josh, man, shout out to my boy Josh. He watches every week and shit like that. He's like he's probably one of my oldest friends in like 4th grade. Right. And I remember I used to go over, bro. He got an all black family, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Every time I go over, what's up, Cecil? What's going on, man?
Yeah.
What's up, SA? And then like his grandfather used to cut my hair.
Oh yeah.
So I'd be cutting my hair. He'd be cutting my hair, and I'd be there. But like they'd be like family playing dominoes.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I've never seen a game so intense.
It's how it is.
Dominoes.
I used to get my lunch money like that.
Fight each other. What's going on? Because they would like slam it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh yeah. Nah, real fights happen. Like I said, I used to get my lunch money, not every day, but I used to get my lunch money like that. And I was real careful because a lot of the like real dominologists, if you want to call it that, they're my people. Them motherfuckers could play, and I was good, but they could play. It was this Asian chick named Sue, and Sue was bad. This is one of the first Asian chicks I ever seen. She, you know who she remind me of? What's the girl? Miss. Oh, she's on Wild 'N Out every now and then. It's the Asian chick. She remind me of her, okay. but like beautiful. Like, and I'm not saying that chick isn't beautiful, but like in high school, seeing that, I mean, everything about her. Get on that domino table, and you get on there BSing. She gonna talk shit to you. She gonna slam on you. You better pay attention to this table instead of me. I know I'm fine, but she used to crush boys. So I stayed away from certain people. I wasn't fit to play against everybody.
Bro. They asked me, they're like, yo, you want to play Caesar? I'm like, nah, bro.
I had to work. I had to work. Yeah, I had to put in some work. And then, I got good. Like I said, I made some lunch money. Shit.
Yeah, I always decline the offer, bro, because I don't want that smoke. Y'all on some other shit, bro.
You better be honest.
For hours, bro.
You better be honest. I know. We used to skip class.
I'll get there from like 2. And dude, I won't leave till like 11. They're still fucking playing the whole time.
Man, we in school, we used to skip class and be up in there. We used to sit through all the lunches, A, B, C. Yeah, like for real, man.
Just playing fucking down.
I was a top athlete, so I ain't really getting no trouble. I knew what to do and what not to do. Man, I used to walk through the hallway with no shirt on.
Goddamn, flexing.
I was bad, but I was a mastermind, so I knew what to do. They pulled me in the office one time. It was a new principal, and you can't be doing that and blah, blah, blah. Man, I'm such and such. Look at my transcript, I am. And she seen my grades was A1, oh, you a star, but you can't be doing that, especially. Okay, I'm sorry.
But you knew it was just going to be a slap on the wrist. You knew it already.
Hey, man, there's a gym for people, especially people in high school. Want to get away with stuff? Don't be thugging. Don't be doing all that.
And that's
be good.
That's what I noticed, bro. Like my
that's horrible. Year. That's horrible advice. Don't listen to that.
Man, my senior year, me and my boy Nicky, we were in yearbook.
Yeah.
That's kind of how the initial thing of the whole photography started going off. But we were walking down the hall, and we had these passes. Bro, we skipped the whole fucking day. So we were skipping, and then, like, during lunch, he's like, man, I want some tacos from the taco shop. Like, right around there, the taco truck, let's go.
Man.
So we're walking out. Literally, bro, we walk out the thing. And one of the APs who's like known to be a fucking dick, bro. Dodson. I don't know what the fuck he doing now, but shout out to Dodson. He used to chase kids, bro. He used to be a track star.
We had one of them.
Man, and he sees us and he's like, "Where y'all going?" I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna get some food. You want anything?" He said, "Nah, I'm good, bro. Y'all go ahead." We had good grades.
Yeah.
Everything was straight.
So that is a good thing. Going to T-Town back in the day, that's right off of Richmond. Going into any club, like I used to work at AT&T doing retention sales and customer service and stuff. Like my cousin used to be down here. He back in, like I said, Beezy. He's back in Lansing. And other people, I used to tell them, "Hey, we gonna go on lunch break. My lunch break. Just meet me up there." And I'm saying that because you were walking as if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yes.
That's how I used to get into clubs free.
Just
walk straight past them.
Yeah.
They're like, he gotta be. He gotta be.
They won't even question.
He gotta be. Then I'll get like a little, whatchamacallit, go back to work after some drinks and then go back after work. But that's a good lesson. Like, and I ain't talking about to do no dirt. I'm just saying, walk with your head high, your chest out, like with purpose.
Yeah.
People will pay you more attention.
And even goes to like dating and shit like that, bro.
Everything. My brothers say you gotta have something to compete. Women won't. They're not just all status, but you gotta have something to compete. A woman shouldn't want a man that's not motivated or don't have anything about them.
That used to throw me off too, bro. Like in high school and shit, my friends were playing games and shit, and I had like a bum fucking baby daddy. That shit, I never really like understood that. Honestly, that shit was crazy.
Shit, they want bad boys. Until they get older and be like, I'm tired of it.
Meme, bro. You ever see that meme of it's like some nerdy ass kid and this girl's like with some like fucking thug ass dude. It's like a meme. It's like
okay. I might have seen it, but
he's just like, man, these chicks just want the bad boys or some shit like that. And then it goes down and she's like pregnant.
Oh,
he's like,
wow.
He's counting money.
Yeah.
And he's like, beat it, chick. And some shit like that. It's just a classic meme, bro.
You gotta go back to the dude you dissed, and they'll go for it too. It's crazy because those type of women can have their pickings. Not just those type of women, period, can have their pickings. So if you don't have something to compete, you're gonna lose.
Jesus Christ.
Relationships are tough. They're hard, and it's always a game. Even though people don't want to, I don't play games. Yes, you do. It's always a game. In any relationship, it's you trying to get that leg up. It becomes hazardous when it's not with good intention. Yeah, you're not doing it for the right thing. That's when it get bad. Cause me and we compete. We're a team, but we compete on certain things. Shit, if she clean up good one time, I want to clean up good one time. Just an example.
Things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the type of competition I engage in.
And positive. I mean, it's a positive thing.
That's different. When you do good around people that love you, they want to do good, and they want to do good for you. You do good for them, they'll do good for you. So that's how I look at that.
That's crazy. It's like a universal exchange, bro. It's like
a lot of things can be broken down, and I'm a Libra too, so we think a lot. We deep, we complex, even though we're simple, but I always break stuff down. Like speaking of my spouse, like when she have those moments, and I'm like, what the hell? Why is you acting up?
It just throws you off.
Yeah, then I break it down. Like, she just had another baby. Oh, her hormones are still kind of off. No excuse, but now I know how to deal with it. And then I'll get an apology. Not at that moment. Don't apologize when I'm bringing something down because I don't feel like it's sincere. A day later, whatever, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't, blah, 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 blah. So it always going to boil down to that thing I said, communication.
That's another gem, bro, because like the initial, if she apologized right there, she's apologizing for how you feel.
Yeah, I need you to understand.
For the actual
action, yeah. I'm not going to turn down, but me being me, I literally be like, I don't want it, just stop doing it. I don't want it. But if you come back, later on the day or next day or whatever, hey, look, then I understand you sat, you contemplated, you thought about it, you processed it, and then, you want to give it a...
yeah, I'm going to restart it right now.
Cool. Yeah, man, that you gotta let people process stuff. We can go for hours talking, man. So if you have a limit you need.
Oh, we can do like another 30 minutes, bro.
Okay.
We can do a little 30-minute clip.
All right.
I wanted to ask you, we can get back into it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about technology, bro.
Okay.
Because you kind of seen it, you've seen it all, man. Like a little
On the internet,
yeah, all that shit.
Man, I went through the beeper, the flip phone, the big phone, the car phone, through the rotary phone, Commodore 64, Atari, Sega, then Sega Genesis, Nintendo.
Is that kind of a trip to see where it's at now?
Kinda ain't even a word. I mean, I knew, because even though a movie is a movie, it's also a lot of real information being passed in these movies. So I always was like, okay, they trying to let us know a little bit, of what could be possibly happening. Just a little bit, But to actually see it and be in it is definitely a trip. Think about this, Tesla, right? If you think about back in the day, there's like, flying cars and blah 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 blah. What does Tesla look like? What does their dealerships look like? It looked like the stuff from back then. That's, to me, it looks like the buildings are designed that way. The cars, that's what they were doing. Mm-hmm. When they presented the Y2K cars gonna be flying and all that, that's what they look like. So it's like, and it's hard not to get into conspiracies when you look at it that way. But it's all about evolution, and it's all about, technology. Like you say, man, technology is a wonderful thing. And speaking of that, like musically, I'm completely against AI.
Oh, yeah.
Until I started using it the right way. And as of late, especially with Canva, because I have a pro account, I've been using it for copywriting and putting my idea in there and then generating a batch of ideas on top of my idea, or how to do this video, or how to research this, or how to brand correctly, how to market. So when you know how to use AI the correct way, it's great. Now, if you're just using it because you don't know how to create something, that's different. That's a crutch.
Yeah.
Use it to help. So it's speeding up my workflow.
That's, bro, I just added some photos, I think 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So some maternity shit. And
yeah.
Not Photoshop, but Adobe Lightroom.
Yeah.
They're testing out some new, like, blur effects.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's awesome. Like,
yeah.
I just focus on the person, I blur out the background, but like it looks like my camera is like some kind of
like, that's what it's about.
And I'm like, okay, this is an awesome tool. Like my shit looks way more crisp, way more professional. So like in that aspect, I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then it can be used against you for sure. Mm-hmm. But look at it this way. Especially since it's less about hardware in music. I'm from that era, like keyboards, like real hardware. MPC. I'm from the Motif, the Yamaha Motif keyboard, the Triton. I'm from the MoFat, the Planet Fat, the modules. I'm from all of that. Chords. I'm from all of that. But we in the box. We mix in the box. We get Pro Tools or whatever program, and we mix in there. So I'm saying all that to say, if you know how to use what's in there correctly, you can do what you do. It's the same thing as the photos. Mm-hmm. They're a tool. Use them as a tool, not as a crutch.
Got you.
So technology, I'm with it. You get left behind, you can't beat it.
Yeah, bro, for
better
sure.
Better use it or you.
What could I ask you? What was your first internet memory, bro? Your first time on the internet. What do you think?
That's
What's the first initial?
Crazy question.
I feel like that changed everything. The internet totally just shifted everything from marketing, from everything. It's just a whole different ball game. So
that's a question that I would never imagine that question. First thing that pops into my head is probably Black Planet while I was in college, or MySpace. Those kind of.
Do you have a year on specific? Like, do you have a year?
Hell no. College wise, Black Planet was 1999 because that's when I graduated high school.
So See, bro, I didn't even access
Napster.
like 06. Oh, Napster, okay.
Napster. Those are probably the three. Black Planet, because it's like, it's not really a dating site, but it kind of is, and it's about, you know, a lot of college people was on it and stuff.
So
you just
like
connecting.
Media,
Yeah, you just connecting with people. That's exactly what it was. Just connecting. Then MySpace probably turned it up, and then Napster.
Sure, yeah.
MySpace didn't it turned it up, and then
I remember
Napster.
MySpace and YouTube were kind of my early. This had to be like late 06 to early 07.
Yeah.
That's when I got, like, my cousin had like a desktop, and I barely started seeing it like on the regular, like just going on YouTube, going on to Google. So I'd say like late 06 or early 06 to 07 is like my early memories of the internet, bro. But before that, it was like I never accessed it at all.
Oh man, that dial-up was crazy.
Dude, my mom used to kill me.
She was like, "Damn, why is it taking so long to connect?" Yes, you had to wait for the dial-up, the modem, and everything. The dial-up.
I had AT&T. That shit was ass, bro.
AT&T still is ass, even though they run everything. Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, those were the moments, man. Jesus. And shout out to Soulja Boy. I don't care how much people try to clown him. He is the one that created the whole Tupac, Biggie, Big L, the title, the incorrect titling on purpose so it can be downloaded. He had his song in that. He created that. When he be saying he the first, he be trolling sometimes, but he really is the first to do a lot of this. Now, his music might not be suitable for everybody, but his marketing and his branding.
Yeah, man, I wrote something the other day. He's such a meme, so I just love watching video. Him and Little Boosie, bro. I could watch like just on just some like ridiculous like.
Boosie is top level him.
Dude,
he's him. I like genuine people like that though.
Man. You know it's him. You feel me? He's not putting on for
don't be acting. Now Soulja Boy be acting.
Yeah.
But he's a young dude. Boosie has been through hell, heaven. He's been through both. But he's him.
Boosie's pretty young too, bro. Low key, he's not.
He's in his 30s.
Oh, he's in his 30s.
I mean, I would assume.
That's still kind of young. He's been around forever though. Since I was a kid, he's been around.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like in terms of not even age, just. He's been through so much that it elevated his age and knowledge, man. You know, shout out to genuine people.
I could watch this shit all day, bro.
That boy be funny, man.
He be killing my
Boosie be says.
I don't even like Vlad TV like that, but like Vlad TV, the just anytime he has him on, I'll click on it because I'm like, damn, he better act a fool.
It's a few people that's on like ratchet shit that I'll watch.
Yeah, Boosie's one for sure, bro. His Instagram lives be killing me too. Bro. Did you see the one where he's like trying to brush his kid's hair and he like?
Nah, I seen when Tootie Raw and them his hairstyle they did a different one and he was pissed. He's just like, yo, daddy didn't put in all this work to have a Boosie fade and have it out here, and you out here playing. I seen that one.
He popularized that haircut. That shit was everywhere.
Yep, the Boosie fade. Like, and then you his son, and you don't have that haircut. He like, man, I done put in so much work in you, and I get it. As a father, I get it. You know, it's a haircut to some, but it's really a brand. It's a whole everything, all that, you know.
It's like it represents.
It's his legacy. It's if you don't understand, or if you're not putting on for the next generation or somebody else, you want to understand that frustration, and I get it. Yeah, it's a haircut, but like you say, man, it's his legacy. Boosie done been through some shit.
He has been through some shit, bro, for sure. In terms of court cases, even health battles. I know he was sick for a little bit too.
Listen, man, he done been through some shit, and he understands his brand and how to market it. Yeah, man, and I keep saying brand because that's important. You have to know your brand's identity. You have to know your audience. You have to know who you're talking to. So musicians, rappers, artists, producers, know who your audience is. How do you know who your audience is? Put the stuff out. Collect your data, collect your insights, and go from there. You ain't got to be shooting in the dark. You don't have to. Read your data.
It's there. The information is there for sure.
Read your data.
I definitely recommend if you're not, switch to like a creator mode on your Instagram or like even if you use YouTube, but just seeing those numbers is very important. Seeing the view count, seeing everything.
Listen.
Because I have shit that I'm like, damn, I had like 1,000 people view this, but like only like 45 people liked it. What's going on? You feel me? Like this, that.
They're watching,
like,
so that counts for something, you know. And like I told you when I first pulled up, man, I definitely want to, you know, stay connected with you and give you some insights, give you some branding tips, color psychology, archetypes, all type of stuff, you know. So I'm gonna send you everything I know. For other people, just a quick plug. If y'all want to get some social media audits, I'll do some free ones. Just comment audit on this video or whatever, and then I'll reach out to you. But so even social media, here go a little quick thing. What's your name on Instagram?
CP Houston XD.
What's your name on YouTube?
CP Houston XD. It's Cesar Perez, but the at is.
So that makes sense, right? Because if I'm
Twitter,
looking for
bro, everything.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You gotta do it.
Because if somebody looking for you through Google and you're not the same on all of the platforms,
it fucks it up a little bit.
Because everybody don't use Instagram. Everybody don't use YouTube. So that's the first step in a social media audit. Go do research on your name. And if somebody else have it, like one of my boys have a name and there's a NBA player that goes by the same name, you're probably going to lose. SEO wise, search engine optimization wise, keyword, all that, you know.
Traffic wise.
You're probably going to lose unless there's some way that you can get your name buzzing. There's other producers that go by DrumAddick. But if you look up DrumAddick, watch what happens on Google. It's going to be all my stuff. And then towards the bottom, it'd be other people. But that's because I make sure I do my hashtags, my keywords, my this, my that, you know. And that's a whole nother thing, and I try to tell these artists that say I just want to be a rapper. No rapper that made it successful has ever done that. You might not know, but they either paid a marketing company or somebody to help the brand, or they did it themselves. You just don't know it. But you're not just going to be an artist and be successful in this day and age. Back then too, but especially in this day and age, because somebody drops something new off every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember seeing when Jay Electronica got signed to Hove, and how he, like, I think back then he had like 33,000, which back then was like a lot. But you consider it now, and it's like, damn, there's so many artists that probably have 33K streams and 33.
Lil Brian up the street got that.
That's what I'm saying. And like compared to like he landed a contract with like Def Jam and all that shit.
Like you say, back then.
Back then, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy to think about now. You're like, damn, you
got to stand out. You have to stand out. So I'm going to be offering some courses and stuff, of course. One thing that I do, like even with Marcel, you know, he's a client. We used to work together at that warehouse. He didn't act on anything until like 3 years later. Him in the DM was like, man, you still doing music, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. So he came through. I don't know if did you hear Possession? I mean, Possession?
By Marcel, I just heard the Early Bird.
Okay, so go to his YouTube or whatever, listen to Possession.
Okay.
Look at it. It's dark. It's black. It's red. It's dark. And the song is called Possession. So think about color psychology. That's screaming some dark demon. It's a panther in it, so it might give off but he's talking about having the winter spirit, the winter spirit possessing you. But people might not hit play just because of it's putting off. So what I did was I helped them with writing and I'm helping them with marketing. Early Bird, bright colors, yellow. It's happy. The song is happy. I just took his words from Possession, some of his words, and then I help him rearrange it, and I co-wrote it for him. He did everything, you know, we did the arrangement and everything. I'm not a beat maker. I'm a producer. So if you want services from me, you're getting something far more than just hear a beat, go do what you do. So I'm saying all that because, like I said, with my course and everything, I'm going to break all of that down. His numbers are going through the roof. They're going to continue to go through the roof. Facebook, Instagram have hit me saying the song is on fire, got a fire emoji by it, you know, because it's been getting used. Personally, one of my songs, Hands on the Knees, has probably over 150 or 200,000 streams on all the streaming site. There's a method for that I'm going to talk about in the course, but it's simple. It's really not hard. And the key gem from that, every time you go out, promote yourself. That's the short thing. Mm-hmm. Every time you go out, promote yourself. Shake some hands. Gas station.
Anywhere.
Grocery store. Shake some hands. Quick 2-minute conversation and promote yourself. That's one reason that my song. So.
Word of mouth.
That's the biggest and the best form of marketing, promotion, and everything. It's free.
I remember when people used to sell CDs, bro. You go to the parking lot and just, hey.
Listen, I've done that. I did the DVDs. I was the DVD man. I was a CD man. I was everything. And of course, I had my. I got some crazy stories about that. That time I said a cop pulled out a gun. It's on my way back Wednesday. Mm-hmm. They threw all my CDs. I had just came from the studio. Messing with Billy Cook. What's up, Cook? Out there, and when I was going to TSU, they threw all our stuff down. I was like, that's my stuff, though. They was like, I don't care. I was like, oh, I just paid some money for this shit. So, it's all about hustling, man. You know, hustling doesn't have to be illegal. Just every time, your stuff will go up. Mm-hmm. You know, so y'all get with me. And just hit me in the DM or whatever. I'm going to put my websites back up. I just got out the hospital not too long ago.
Oh, shit. You okay?
Yeah, I'm straight. It was a blood clot situation. I had been having it for like a year. And I got kind of lazy. And being in the studio too long. That's why you keep seeing me switch my legs and stuff. Having it too bent up, not stepping. If you're in the studio, you do things like this, get up, go stretch, walk.
For sure, definitely.
I was in the studio for 10 hours straight or more, and just sitting there.
You something in my hand from holding this
even that, like arthritis and all that stuff. Is it carpal tunnel? My godmother has it. Just listen, creative people, get up, stretch, take a break, drink some water. It's not good to be doing that in the studio and drinking liquor and stuff and eating horrible. It's going to catch up to you. So that, and then we just had our second daughter. So some things had to get put on the back burner, and it was all through my websites. The Boyard Apparel, my TMP vending, and my music site. And some other people's sites that I did, but they'll be back up next year. So people will be able to go straight there, get my course, all type of stuff. So.
Yeah.
And I definitely, like I say, we're going to keep in contact, man, because I love what you're doing, so.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, man. Anytime I meet someone that is as creative and, like you said, has a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Just know, God, I know, like, even you saying, like, the cops fucking with you. Just having that experience then is, like.
Yeah, it helped me to understand everybody not for you. So you got to be careful what you do. I was in the apartments real quick. A guy was smoking weed. I was like, I hadn't smoked weed in a while. I took a couple puffs. I had just passed it back to the dude. Mm-hmm. He came around the corner. Come on, guys, who has it? My other partner was way over there, not even involved. So I ain't got to run. It's off of me. I don't got nothing on me. I was just smoking with my boy. And, of course, he took off and tried to catch him. We waited for a while. I'm like, yo, I think it's time to go now. It's been a while. Mm-hmm. I jumped in the car. I was trying to leave. Dude, get out the car. I'll put you out the car. So just that situation was just telling me, like, you don't even smoke no more. Like, you don't do this and that and other. Stay away from it. If that's what they do, good. I should have been just like my boy. He was way over there in the parking lot, away from it. He didn't want to smell like it or nothing. So that's my lesson, you know.
How isn't that crazy on the side tangent, just the weed laws and how like fucking crazy, bro. I used to be paranoid as a kid, like paranoid. I was like, holy shit. But seeing it now, bro, I drove by like on my way home from work and there's a big ass weed plant, THC, right open, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Shout
out to DQ Hampton. He the weed spot is in downtown. He's, I think, like second or third in command, and he opened the store down here. He goes from city to city doing that, and he's a hell of an artist. That's my boy. We're like brothers. Seeing that and knowing him because he created his own strain and all type of shit. So, like, the conversation we have, I'm like,
it's a trip.
what the You got your own strand, and it's legal, and it's, you know, so.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. Because I remember when they bring the dogs in high school. Holy
what?
Shit.
Man, I grew up in the 3 for 10 era. I used to, you know, do what I did out there, you know, and seeing this you wasn't old enough. Damn, what's this place called? It's right off of 59 and Hillcroft. By the Metro Transit, that little area, I forgot what they used to call it. But boys used to be out there selling drinks, selling everything, and I'm like, y'all crazy, because it was cops that was out there.
They're just out there. Yeah.
They out there, but they not realizing they building up cases against y'all. Mm-hmm. They letting y'all do all that, and then boys caught all type of cases. I saw some 3 for 10s out there, but I was like, this just don't feel right. They letting y'all do nah.
Yo, that's kind of how it is. Cause I work close to Grange Point. I mentioned earlier. Man, there's a fucking gas station that I go to.
Guns Point.
I got that loud, bro.
Guns Point.
As soon as I pull into the fucking gas station, bro.
Nah.
I got that loud.
Some of them be cops for real,
bro,
though.
And the cops are just there.
Some of them be undercover. There's you heard of the term hip hop cops?
Nah, what was that?
Hip hop cops are undercovers that infiltrated hip hop crews and shit.
Oh.
If you've been to the clubs, it's 2023, early 2000, mid 2000, y'all know of one of them that I'm talking about. Damn. Only reason why we ended up finding out, this is when I was doing with a group called Mass Crack. We was doing our music, and we was performing somewhere, and we look back, we like, he's in a full cop uniform. We like, that's our boy from the club, from Metropolis.
Damn.
I'm like, he didn't ask me if I knew what the pills was and all. I'm like, the whole time you're law, and I don't hustle like that anyway, you know, but
just
they there to know.
The fucking to know, yeah, exactly.
So y'all hustle smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna be out there, understand. Y'all see what's going on with Young Thug
too, bro. They be on social media. These random weird ass posts. I got this for that.
I'm straight.
Exactly, bro. It's just crazy.
Yeah, man. Last thing I'll say is, man, my message, like I said, for all my brands is do. Just do. Be like Nike, man. Just do it. Put it out. If you put something out and it doesn't, let's say like an app. If you put out an app and it doesn't have any bugs, you waited too late. Mm. If you understand what I mean, then you get what I'm saying. Put it out. Something is going to need to be fixed, and that's cool. But your audience will grow with you. They'll see that growth occur. So that's why my brands are doing numbers that they do, because I'm taking them with me. How many people have money for a big camera, expensive mics, expensive this?
Yeah, I went on another person's podcast recently, and shout out to the Degenerates.
Right.
And man, off camera, we were talking about his setup and how much money he put into. I said, God.
Yeah, it takes time.
Crazy. He had 3 cameras,
3
shot with a big ass white balance light. I said, bro,
yeah,
this is just like, man, it's just like,
yeah. Yeah, I've spent that over my years on music equipment and software and all that. It takes some time, but humble beginnings, man. That's when it's about the process.
That's the investment right there, really.
Time. Time, you can't get that back. So y'all don't be afraid to put it out. And if y'all want to work with me on any level, man, just hit me up. You know, there is a price. I may do some discounts, but I have 2 daughters. You know, so that's not the only reason, but you're also paying for my time. So, you know, but don't be afraid to reach out to me. You know I said a lot of things in this episode, so I'm knowledgeable on stuff, and you might have some knowledge for me. So please reach out and let's have a conversation. Let's continue to build a community. Let's continue to push this man and his podcast and build that community, because when it blows up, I don't hear nothing from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So just stay with it, man. Appreciate you.
I appreciate your time, man. Hey, thank you so much for coming on.
Yes,
Go ahead and end it on that.
Yes, sir.
Guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. All the links to his stuff and his pages will be in the bio.
Yes, sir.
That'll do it for this week's episode. Appreciate you so much. I've been Cesar Perez with
DrumAddick. Thinking,
time.
man.
Peace.
Peace.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bruh.